"You don't need to come, Aaron," Mom said. "It's just a family thing." I blinked at my phone screen. The call had lasted barely 38 seconds. No explanation. No warmth. Just those words. The line went dead before I could respond. 2 hours later, my sister Rachel posted a group photo on Facebook. Dad's 60th birthday dinner. All smiles, balloons, candles. The caption read, "Wouldn't be complete without all of us." I wasn't there. Not because I didn't want to be, but because they didn't want me. No one called. Not my parents. Not even my younger brother Tyler. It was like I didn't exist. I stared at the screen for what felt like hours. I didn't cry. Didn't text anyone. Just sat there, heart pounding in a way that felt both familiar and exhausting. I had flown Rachel out of debt 3 times. Paid part of Tyler's tuition. Took Dad to his chemo appointments when no one else would. And now? Now I wasn't even invited to dinner. Growing up in Cincinnati, it was always clear who the favorite was. Rachel, 3 years younger than me, had this glow in Mom's eyes. She could spill grape juice on the couch and get a gentle, "It's okay, sweetie." I'd forget to take the trash out and be grounded for the weekend. Dad used to call her his little genius, even when her report cards were full of C's. I got straight A's, graduated valedictorian, and barely earned a nod at dinner. When I was 16, I saved up for my own laptop working shifts at a local bookstore. When Rachel turned 16, Dad surprised her with a brand new car, a silver Mazda with a pink bow. Mom would say, "You know she's more sensitive, Aaron. You've always been the strong one." That was the narrative. I didn't need as much. I could handle being invisible, but it didn't stop there. When Rachel got into credit card debt during college, I quietly transferred $5,000 to help her. She never paid me back. Never even said thank you. When Tyler, our youngest, was failing calculus, I spent every weekend tutoring him over Zoom, while balancing a full-time job as a paramedic in downtown Cincinnati. I never asked for anything. I didn't want attention. I just wanted to belong. Family dinners always had Rachel in the center. Her stories, her dramas, her wins. When I talked, it was background noise. They'd cut me off, change the subject, or worse, glance at their phones. Still, I kept showing up, because some foolish part of me believed that loyalty would earn me love. That if I just kept being useful eventually, they'd see me. The weekend after Dad's birthday, I got a call from Uncle Jeff, my dad's older brother. He sounded panicked. "Aaron, I just got off the phone with the hospital. Your dad collapsed in the driveway. They're saying it was a minor heart attack." I froze. "Where is he now?" "Mercy West. ICU." I threw on a hoodie, grabbed my keys, and was halfway out the door before I remembered. No one had told me. Rachel knew. Tyler knew. Mom knew. I wasn't even in the loop. When I got to the hospital, I stopped at the nurse's desk and gave Dad's name. The woman looked at me with a mix of confusion and apology. "I'm sorry, sir. The family's already requested no additional visitors." I blinked. "I am family. I'm his son." She hesitated, then leaned in. "Rachel Thompson gave us a list. You're not on it." I stepped back like I'd been hit. Not on the list. Not wanted. Not trusted. As I stood in the hallway, clutching a vending machine coffee, my phone buzzed. A text. From Rachel. "Hey, probably best if you don't come. Too much tension. Let's not make this about you." I stared at the message. I could have screamed, demanded to see him, caused a scene. But I didn't. I walked out. And something inside me, something old and aching, quietly snapped. I didn't go back to the hospital. I didn't check in, didn't call, didn't ask for updates. Rachel sent one more message 3 days later. "He's stable. Just so you know." I left it on read. That week, I canceled the monthly $600 I'd been quietly transferring to Mom's account, supposedly for groceries, though I suspected it often covered Rachel's bills. I muted the family group chat, then left it. I deleted Tyler's name from my favorites list on my phone. No drama. No anger. Just silence. A quiet exit from a role I never auditioned for. The family fixer. The backup. The invisible one. At first, the stillness felt weird. like I was doing something wrong. But then peace. I started sleeping better. My chest felt lighter. I didn't dread weekends anymore, waiting for someone to need something. I went to the gym, took a weekend trip to Denver, said yes to overtime for myself, not to cover someone else. I didn't announce anything, didn't post cryptic quotes or write long messages. I just disappeared from their lives. And for the first time, my silence wasn't fear. It was freedom. About a month later, I got a Facebook message from someone I didn't recognize. Lauren Martinez. Her profile said she was a nurse at Mercy West. The message began, "Hi Erin, I hope this isn't too forward. I just wanted to say thank you. I met your dad a few weeks ago during his stay. He wouldn't stop talking about you." I froze. She went on. "He said you were the one who kept showing up when things were really dark. Chemo. Late-night ER runs. Driving him to every appointment when Rachel and Tyler couldn't. He said you were always calm, always kind, even when he didn't deserve it." I just stared at the screen. She ended with, "I don't know what's happening now, but I could tell he loves you. Maybe he just doesn't know how to show it." I didn't even know what to feel. Later that week, I got a call from Aunt Jackie, my mom's sister. We hadn't spoken in over a year. She said, "I saw Lauren's post. The nurse. She mentioned how you were the one who saved your dad's life more than once." My chest tightened. Then she added, "You know, we were always told it was Rachel. But I'm starting to realize that was never the full story." It hit me like a wave. Someone finally saw it. Not because I begged. Not because I defended myself. But because the truth has a way of surfacing, even after years underwater. A few days after Aunt Jackie's call, I got a group text. "Mom. Hey, sweetheart. Can we all get together soon? Maybe reset things a little?" Rachel followed up. "Yeah, let's just clear the air. I think stuff got misinterpreted." No apologies. No responsibility. Just an awkward pivot, like they were trying to mop up a mess without admitting it was ever spilled. Then came the kicker. Mom again. "Also, if you could message that nurse to take her post down. It's really upsetting your dad to have all that out in public." That post, the one where Lauren, the nurse, thanked me for being a quiet hero, had gone semi-viral in our town's community group. Dozens of comments. People thanking me. People surprised I wasn't the golden child. And now, my family wasn't proud. They were panicked. I didn't respond to the group chat. Rachel finally called. I let it ring. She left a voicemail. "Look, if you care about Dad's health, you'll ask her to take it down. This is making him stress." I almost laughed. They weren't reaching out because they missed me. They were reaching out because they were losing control of the story. And the thing is, I didn't owe them silence anymore. Not after the years I spent swallowing it. 3 weeks later, I got a letter in the mail. A real letter. Handwritten. Return address: Lauren Martinez, Mercy West. Inside was a folded piece of notebook paper, smudged slightly in the corners. I unfolded it and read, "Erin, I hope this reaches you well. I wanted to say something beyond a social media post. I sat with your dad a lot those first 2 nights in ICU. And every time he woke up, he asked the same question. Did Erin call? He didn't ask for Rachel. Not Tyler. Just you. He told me stories about how you drove through snowstorms to make his appointments. How you remembered the exact way he likes his eggs when he couldn't keep anything else down. But the thing that really stuck with me, he said, Erin never made me feel like a burden. Not once. I don't know your family dynamics. I don't pretend to. But I've been a nurse for 9 years. I know the difference between obligation and love. What you gave him wasn't just time or money or effort. You gave him dignity. You gave him humanity when he felt like a shell. You didn't just save his life. You gave it meaning again. From one human being to another, thank you. I hope you know that you matter, even if they never said it out loud. Lauren. I sat at my kitchen table, staring at that paper. My chest cracked open in the quietest way. Not because I wanted praise, but because finally someone saw me for the man I was. Not for what I gave. Not for what I could fix. Just me. It was a Sunday afternoon when I heard the knock. I looked through the peephole.
Mom.
Holding a plastic container of what looked like banana bread. I didn't open the door right away. I stood there for a moment, watching her shift nervously on the porch. She looked older, tired, but familiar in that way only family can be, both comforting and painful at once. Finally, I opened it. "Erin," she said softly. Can we talk?" I didn't say anything. She held up the container like a peace offering. "It's your favorite. I thought maybe we could sit for a minute. Just talk about everything." I met her eyes.
Calm. Clear.
"I'm okay, Mom," I said. "But I don't think I can keep doing this." Her smile wavered. Doing what? Trying to earn something that was never offered freely. She blinked fast, her lips tightening. "I never meant to." "I know," I said. "But that doesn't make it okay." I didn't raise my voice. Didn't cry. Just stepped back, gently. "I think we need space. Real space." I didn't slam the door. I just closed it softly. And I stood there, hand still on the knob, feeling something I'd never felt before with my family. Power. Not over them. Over myself. Looking back, I don't think my family ever hated me. They just never truly saw me. They saw what I could offer, what I could fix, what I could absorb, but not who I was. And maybe you know what that feels like, to be the dependable one, the helper, the quiet backbone no one thanks but everyone leans on. If that's you, let me tell you something I wish someone had told me years ago. You don't have to keep proving your worth to people who have already decided to overlook it. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can say isn't, "I forgive you." It's, "I'm done trying." You are not too cold. You're not too distant. You're just tired of knocking on a locked door. And maybe, just maybe, it's time to build your own house. One where you're welcomed, seen, chosen, not for what you do, but simply for who you are.